Hello guys. Today we're going to talk about the Lilo and Stitch remake from this year. Yeah, that one really divided people. So a little bit about it. Released this year. It's rated PG. It's an hour 48, not long. It has 6.7 on on IMDb with out of 10, 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb with 86,000 user votes and 53% on Metacritic with 39 critics. It stars is it Maya Kiloa? I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Correct me. She also was in Mona 2, and then also Sydney Agadong. I hope I pronounced that right. I really do. And she was also in. Let's see if there's any. Um, at her feet. Okay. On Rotten Tomatoes, movie has 72%. It's fresh, but not certified fresh, with 217 critics and 92% by audiences with 10,000-ish audience people. The critics' consensus is recapturing the adorable charm of the original, if not quite matching its rambunctious sense of imagination. Lilo and Stitch emerges out of the credits as one of the better live-action remakes of a Disney classic. Old and new audience says, old and new fans beware. Cuteness and mischief team up in Lilo and Stitch to make sure nobody gets left behind. Okay, look. So this is in all out of all the Disney remakes, this is the only one I watched. The Christopher Robin movie I've seen years ago. I don't really count that as a remake because it's not exactly remaking a specific movie or show or whatever. It's more just taking a specific property and doing its own thing with it. So that's kind of its own thing. Having said that, though, of the two, I think I like Christopher Robin just a little bit better because I think the problem with this movie the problem with this movie is I feel like there's specific characters that I feel like they could have done a better job of capturing from the OG stuff. I think they were too comfortable letting some differences slide, and I don't think they should have done that here. Um, of course, this movie came out a while ago, so spoilers probably. If anyone wanted to see it who hasn't yet, it's on Disney Plus. If anyone doesn't have Disney Plus yet, um, so the problem with the first of all, the biggest issue with the movie is the fact that it has to compete with the original, and the original's better. It is, and this one, a big thing people have a problem with this movie. A big one's the ending. Um, and I gotta be honest, I see what they're getting at, but my problem with their logic is that they're trying to make it is that you got to keep in mind that the same problem is going on between this and the car in the original. And the thing here's the thing: when you have the same problem, doing it in animation and then doing it in live action alters it because animation kind of dumbs everything down. I'm sorry, it does, especially if it's a Disney kids movie. So when something like CVS having to take away family, that's a little different in animation than live action. So when people say like, "Oh, this or that," all right, I'm just gonna lay it out loud. So here's the difference in an animated movie. Lilo's sister, she raised her, stays on an island. Nothing really changes. But in the live action, they have to legitimately solve the CVS issue. It just doesn't solve itself. So the solution they put is that there's new characters in this movie, like neighbors that are very loving, a loving older lady and all that. So the decision was she would stay with her while her older sister goes to college to complete her thing. And A lot of people hated that. They hated that so much. They thought it was so hypocritical for the movie to have a message that no one gets left behind, but here the sister goes to college and the other sister stays behind. And look, I get it, but it's like, if you really think about it with this movie, it's like, how else do you explain it? Her house is destroyed. She doesn't have a job. Like, where's the sister gonna go? I mean, in the animated movie, you can sweep that under the rug because no one gives a shit. It's animated, But this is different. This is live action. You're presenting this as a real world thing with real world consequences. You can't present something as real world without the other end of it. It just doesn't work like that. So of course they had to do that. And to be honest, in all honesty, they're fine. Because here's the thing, in the movie, there's a little transportation device that they keep during the shenanigan battles or whatever. And they could literally visit each other literally anytime. I don't know. I'm actually siding with the movie on this. I think it's stupid, this obsession. Yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little funky, but they kind of put themselves in the corner with that. And in all honesty, it's literally not the worst thing in the world. And here's the thing. She's her sister, not her mom. All right, she deserves some shit too. The way I thought is, yeah. And here's the thing: it's not like she was aching to go. It's like everyone told her to go because everyone knew that was the best thing to do. So it wasn't like she was being selfish or anything. I don't know. The rest of the movie's okay. I'm not gonna lie. Now I think about it, having everything live action kind of takes a little bit of the life out of it. I will say though, the cast is solid and the aliens look good. The only thing that threw things off, I forgot the name of the little four-eyed alien professor purple guy. And the cartoon is voiced with kind of a thick, like, Russian accent or whatever. Here he sounds like someone like in the Midwest America or whatever. It's not as good. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't sound correct, and it's not as funny, and it's not as memorable. It's such a bizarre choice to do that because everyone else sounds roughly like they would in the animated thing. But why change that? It was so weird. I didn't care for it. Not gonna lie. Nothing against the actor, of course, but it's just that tie-in I didn't care for. However, the soul of the movie, the little girl actress playing Lilo was great. She's adorable, and her and Stitch, they're fantastic. Those two are the heart and soul of this movie, and they truly capture the chaoticness of the animated movie slash series and all that. So good job on that. That was nailed perfectly. The sister's good too. Like, there's nothing really wrong. There's not a lot of wrong in terms of casting, except for the one specific alien thing. It's really just people just didn't like the way they took the story, and a lot of it comes down to the fact that they took an animated movie that had constant. Well, here's the thing with the anime movie. Yeah, there was real world consequences in that movie, but it was never taken super seriously because, well, but here's the other thing with that too, and this is different in a live action movie, is that in the animated movie, all of that was taken charge, I think, by, Sergeant Bubbles, who was just looking for aliens. So it kind of muted everything, but it's not like that in a live action movie. Bubbles in the CPS or CVS or whatever lady, they're completely separate things. So it doesn't matter what Bubbles is doing. The CVS thing is happening whether they like it or not. And that's the difference, is that they kind of separate the problems in the live action one, so it created a whole different tree of like solutions they needed to do. It doesn't wrap up conveniently. Now, granted, now that I think about it, you really could have just done it like the anime thing and just be like, actually, you're fine. But Bubbles was both, and he's just like, you know what, you guys are fine. Go do your thing. You could have done that. So I kind of get I think they kind of overcomplicated the movie a little bit, in all honesty. But I don't mind that they did that. I personally don't. because I think it makes sense for her to like get a college education and all that. I mean, come on. I'm not against it. And plus, they have a transportation device. She's not, it's not like she's going to another planet. She's literally like 5 minutes away. I mean, come the fuck on. I don't know. It's not the worst thing in the world, to be honest. I think the one thing that drags this movie down isn't so much what the movie does, is what it does in comparison to the animated movie. Because I think the problem was is that all the changes they do compared to the animated movie, the ones that they do, more often than not, they don't really pay off that well, and if they do, it's not really as good. The stuff they do in correlation with the animated movie does well. So really, in all honesty, at the end of it, you're left with something that's solid. It's okay. It's cute. It's funny. It has some soul there. It's just, I think they just overthought it. And I think they kind of wrote themselves in a corner a little bit toward the end. And they probably would have been better off if they stuck a little closer to the OG film and didn't try to get quote unquote cute with it. Overall it's okay. I mean, you can certainly watch it, but in all honesty, I would just watch the animated movie. In all honesty, I mean, this isn't bad. It's worth a look. I mean, I haven't seen any of the other live action Disney remakes, and I never plan to. But based on what I know and what I've heard about the other ones, this is probably the better one to see. But that's your prerogative. The movie's been out for a bit. It's probably on Disney Plus, so it's not that hard to find. But like I said, you really could have just do the animated version and be better off. Which is kind of a shame because like a lot of the live action actors and actresses representing the animated are pretty solid. Like nobody feels out of place necessary. It's just the writers and the screenwriters, they overthought stuff. They really needed to just stick to what the animated film did. I know they want to do their own thing with it, but it didn't pay off. It's not terrible, but a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people have problems with this movie. So overall, I still think it's decent. So you guys can decide for yourselves if you care for it or not. But that's going to do it for this one here, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.